Hey everyone, it's Samantha, and this is going to be Olivia's 18-month update. I feel like so much has changed since my last update, which was at 12 months. A lot has changed in that amount of time, and I feel like the biggest jump for her happened probably between 17 and 18 months. She's just completely understanding everything that we say. She's hit the terrible twos quite a bit. She's very, very opinionated. She's very, very dramatic. I think a lot of it is more dramatics than terrible twos, possibly. This update's actually going to be from about 18 and a half months because a big thing happened right after she turned 18 months. She stopped nursing. She is completely weaned now. For the longest time, she nursed twice a day, which was first thing in the morning and right after nap time. Before we dropped down to one nursing there for a while, I would ask her, do you want your milk, after she woke up from nap, and she would shake her head no, and if I even tried to offer it to her, she would get really upset. So she was done with that after nap session. So that went on for a long time, that she just nursed in the morning time. I noticed in the morning that she was not really into the nursing. It took her a minute to even want to latch on. She just kind of sat in my lap cuddling and didn't really want the milk, and so I asked her, do you want the milk? She said no, but she did end up latching. And so the next day in the morning, I asked her first thing in the morning if she wanted milk, and she said no. So I did have a feeling that that was going to be our last nursing session. That time I kind of coaxed her into it. And I'd ask her every morning and she would say the same thing. She'd shake her head no, she didn't want the milk, and she'd go about her day just fine without the milk. She was totally done. So as far as, my side of things, it was really rough. Like the first 4 days, I got really, really engorged. I was just in a lot of pain, and then they slowly started drying up. And then, I don't know, maybe 7, 8, 9 days after she stopped weaning, my breasts were hurting, around my nipples were hurting. That morning I ended up asking her if she wanted milk. She did. She nursed that one last time, like a week after she weaned, and I'm completely dried up now. And I don't have any kind of tenderness or pain now after she nursed that one time, like the week later. And it just made everything feel back to normal. She's been completely fine without the milk. She was just completely done. And I don't know why that week after that she even wanted to nurse, but I don't know, I had this like sense that she really wanted to nurse. She was kind of upset that morning, and so I offered it to her. Thankfully she took it because it made me feel a lot better. Now we're completely done, and it feels really weird to not be nursing, but it also feels really great to have my body back. I guess I went on a little postpartum update there, but I'm done nursing. Mostly a good thing. I was a little upset at first because I thought we would make it to 2 years, but I'm just so thankful we made it to 18 months. Nobody in my family breastfed. I wasn't around breastfed babies growing up. I was around formula-fed babies in bottles, and I worked at a daycare, and most of those babies drank formula. There were a couple of breastfed babies, but it was at a daycare, so it was in a bottle. I was just never around nursing at all, really. And so when I decided to nurse, I really thought it was a really out there thing. I never really had experience with it. I didn't know anything about it, and so I'm just really thankful that I could nurse, and then I'm really thankful that she nursed as long as she did, especially because I'm going to go into the next topic now. She definitely has a dairy sensitivity. We tried yogurt again this last week. She will not accept dairy milk. She will not accept cheese at all, but she does like yogurt. I gave her, the full fat dairy yogurt made of cow's milk, and she broke out in diaper rash. She has a rash on her back. She has a rashy part on her face, like part of her cheek and under her chin, and it messed up her bowel movements. So we are definitely steering clear of all of the dairy because she just can't handle it. I wanted to give it a try, one last time, because they are supposed to be able to grow out of this dairy allergy. So I'll probably try it way down the road, but right now she's going to stick with being dairy free. So that's another reason I'm really, really glad we nursed. We're lucky that we didn't have many problems with me having dairy while I breastfed. It seemed like she did get a couple of little eczema patches the couple of times I had cow's milk, just straight up like in a glass drinking it. But other than that, I just don't have a whole lot of dairy besides cheese, and apparently that didn't affect her. So we got really lucky with that. So my biggest like nutrition concern is making sure she gets enough fat, because she was getting the fat from the breast milk. She doesn't eat cheese or yogurt that has the full fat. Doing a lot of shredded coconut milks and things. She loves olives, and olives have good fats in them. She sometimes will eat avocados. It's another source of good fats. Sometimes she'll have things that are sauteed in olive oil, but that's pretty much what she'll eat as far as like healthier fats. As far as eating, she is really, really picky about certain things, and then certain things she's not really picky about. She doesn't eat very much meat. The only meat she eats are bacon, like deli chicken, like the chicken sliced up, and she likes pepperoni. So she only likes like the worst for you kind of meats, but at least she's eating some meat. She loves fruit cups and fruit cocktails. She loves grapes. She loves tangerine. She loves black beans. She loves chickpeas. She loves corn. Let's see, what are the other ones? She loves olives. That's her favorite thing right now is olives. She loves her silk yogurt that we get. It's the dairy-free yogurt. She loves popsicles. She really likes beans. She likes edamame. She doesn't really like pasta very much. She likes bread and especially biscuits. She loves biscuits. She's still mostly low sugar, but I do let her eat as much fruit as she wants. I don't consider fruit sugar bad when it's in the form of an actual fruit. She does really like the Trader Joe's cereal bars, so she'll have those. She'll have graham crackers every once in a while. She'll have, what's the other sugary thing that she has? Oh, cinnamon cookies from Trader Joe's. They're like cinnamon graham crackers in the shape of alphabet cookies, so she'll have some of those every once in a while. She does eat mostly like toddler stuff that she can pick up with her hands. Beans and the olives and the grapes and blueberries, things that she can pick up. As far as her teeth, she's got the front 8. On the top, she's got a molar on each side, and on the bottom, she has a molar on each side. She's working on the canines right now. She's still sleeping really, really wonderfully at night, all the way through the night. Usually about 12 hours is what she sleeps. And then her nap times have been really interesting. It seems like every other day the nap time goes perfectly. She'll go straight to sleep after a few minutes of playing in her crib. And then the next day is the nap time from HELL, where she just does not want to sleep. She'll go down easy, like we'll do our nap time routine. She'll lay down and then she'll just pop up as soon as I leave the room. Throw her stuff out of the crib, be very loud even if she's happy in the crib. And so what we do on those days is we just have quiet time for a while, and it's not quiet at all. So it's not relaxing for me. Even if I don't have the sound on the monitor on, I can still hear her doing her squeaks and screams and laughing. I mean, she's having a good time most of the time, but there are some of those nap times where it's just like she's whining, she's letting me know she's not happy being in her crib. And so those nap times are really not fun, but most of the time it's just loud. She's okay in her crib, but she's just loud. And like right now I'm watching the monitor every once in a while because she's going down for her nap and she's rolling around. So I don't know how long it's gonna take her to go to sleep. But even if she doesn't sleep, she does do quiet time. Her naps are way better now than they were probably at her 12-month update. I don't know what it was around the 12-month, probably about 15-month mark, but she just didn't want to sleep. There were a lot of days she wouldn't even take a nap. And so I don't know, now we're just did a routine where almost every day she will take a nap, even if it takes her like an hour to go down for her nap. I want to touch on the terrible twos just a tiny bit. She is opinionated. She wants what she wants when she wants it. And if you tell her no, she starts whining. She will go into this really dramatic cry, and we just walk her through it. Try to kind of coach her to calm down, and it's just, we never know if, you know, she's going to accept an answer or not. And when she doesn't, it gets crazy. So it feels like we're on an emotional roller coaster with her. She'll be laughing and smiling and happy, and then something sets her off and she is super angry. There have been certain days that have been really trying lately. I don't think she's ever like thrown herself on the ground and had a tantrum like that, but she does have these tantrums where she will just stand there and just cry and like throw her head back a little bit and just cry and cry. I know she understands what we're saying. It's just she doesn't like the answer and she just can't control her emotions. And that's exactly what it turns into, is she just cannot control the emotions. And that's what, you know, she's learning at this point. So I try to be really compassionate. I try to not let it get to me when she's, you know, losing it like that. And lately I've been able to help her calm down. She gets upset, she runs over to me, I'll give her a hug and I'll like rub the back of her head like that. She loves when I rub the back of her head. If she gets any kind of boo-boo, she runs to me for a hug and she wants me to rub the back of her head like that, even if it's not that she hit her head. So she'll run to me and she'll start rubbing her head. That's like the calm down thing, I guess. Going along with her terrible twos, there have been times where I've told her no and walked away and she has run up behind me and hit me in the butt. Like, just flings her hand at me because she's just angry and that's how she lashed out. So she's done that a couple of times and I get down on her level. She's only done it a couple of times and she hasn't done it in a really long time. So I think she kind of got over that hitting spell, at least for now. I don't know if she'll go through that kind of thing again. That's pretty much like the worst tantrumy thing she did. But yeah, other than that, if she gets angry, she'll throw things every once in a while. So we've tried to redirect the throwing. We've said it's okay to throw balls and we said it's okay to throw stuffed animals. So if she gets angry, those are the things she's allowed to throw if she really wants to throw something. So every once in a while when she's angry, she will throw one of those things. But most of the time it's just this really dramatic cry. It's just over the top. As far as her personality, she's just such a sweetheart. She wants to help with everything. She's constantly feeding the dog. We only have Bella left now. She feeds Bella with me. She helps me fill up her doggy bowl. She always wants to give Bella a treat. She'll go to where the little treat jar is and just like fling her hand like this and point up because she wants to give Bella a treat. So I'm kind of worried that Bella's gonna be obese because she's getting way more treats and way more food than she used to get. She helps throw things in the garbage. That was one of her first words, is garbage. And she said gabo. She says it a little bit differently now. It's more like gaba. But she knows that's what garbage means. She knows where the garbage can is. So anytime there's like a little Bella hair, she'll pick it up, run to the garbage can. Any kind of paper she finds, she thinks it's garbage. So she'll try to throw it in the garbage can. When I have anything to throw away, generally I'll ask her if she wants to throw it away so she can help me throw it away. She just points out the garbage cans. Especially when we take a walk right before trash day, there's garbage cans lining the road and she's like, gaba, 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 like the whole way on our walk. She just points out all the garbage. If there's a piece of garbage on the floor when we go anywhere, she has to point it out. That's like her favorite thing. It's so silly and so weird, but she just loves the garbage. She helps get her snack. I'll get her plate out and put her snack on her plate and then hand her the plate. She'll walk it over to her little snack table, and she also will pick up her cup and put it back on the table when she throws it on the floor, which is usually what happens. Is she'll throw it on the floor and I'll ask her to pick it back up. She'll set it on the table. She loves helping with the laundry. So I'll set the laundry basket right next to the washing machine. She will pick up a piece of laundry, hold her arms up, I pick her up, she puts it in the washing machine, and repeat. So I'm getting a really good arm workout every time we do laundry. And then when it comes out of the washer, I hand her each piece and she puts it in the dryer. And then when we fold the laundry, she pulls out each piece and I fold it. So she's just a big time helper. She loves helping with anything she can help with. She helps close the doors. Anytime I need a door closed, she helps with that. Sometimes she closes doors she's not supposed to close, so now we have door stops, because she'll just close herself in a room and she'll play in there. Everything's child-proofed, so it's no big deal if she plays in there, but then she can't get out. So I went ahead and got door stops. Since we've moved, we are in a ranch-style house, so there's no stairs. It's all on one level. But before we moved, we had a lot of stairs, and she was successfully going up and down the stairs all by herself. So I would say she's proficient at stairs. So for things that she's learned, she knows all of the alphabets. She can point them out, and she can say the sounds of maybe 10 of them. She knows the sound that they make. She doesn't say like, that's an A. She goes, ah. So she knows the sounds of them. She just points them out everywhere. Anytime she sees letters, even when I'm not even thinking about the letters, we'll be at a store or something and she'll start going rah, rah for R, or W for W. She just points to them all the time. She is starting to get that they go in like an order, so she'll point to them down a word, and so we'll say all the letters and then I'll tell her what the word is. She does recognize all of them. So if I say, where's the A, where's the X, she can recognize any of them in any kind of situation where they're written normally, not like cursive. I don't think she would be able to recognize cursive or scripty words, but she's surprised me with some of the fonts that she's recognized the same letters in. She knows the letters. I'm shocked because I didn't teach her. I just totally followed her lead. It wasn't like my goal to teach her the letters. She just started pointing to them like she points to like the animals in a book. And so I would tell her what they were. And then it became this fun game to point out all the letters. So when we're out places and she'll point to a letter, I'll tell her what the letter is. And then it occurred to me that she knows the letters and she does like when I quiz her on them. She'll like open the, what's the book? Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. It has all the letters written on that last inside flap. And she will just flap her arms waiting for me to ask her which letter to look for. So she loves that game, and she loves when I say, what does the F say? What does the A say? And she'll say the sound. So I'd say she knows about, I think she knows about 10 of the sounds, but she knows all the letters. She doesn't recognize numbers or anything, but she loves counting things in books or in practical life. She'll start just kind of going like this. So I'll say the numbers and we count her teeth when we brush her teeth. We'll count up to 12 for that. And I think that's about as high as I have counted for her. Usually it's like 5 to 10. So she gets the idea of counting. I don't think she's really doing one-to-one where she's pointing to one thing at a time when we're counting, but she does get the idea of counting. She does get the idea of numbers. I told you guys I'm not into the flashcard thing. I'm not trying to teach her things like that. I feel like play is her way of learning, and she's playing and learning a lot at the same time. I don't feel like she has very many words, but I think she's like, average. She says, yeah. She says, baba for, what does a sheep say? What does a goat say? She says, hoo hoo for an owl, woof woof for a dog, mama, dada. She'll say eat every once in a while, garbage. She says for food. She said all done every once in a while. She doesn't use that consistently. She still does the hand signal for all done most of the time. She says wah for walk. She loves going on walks. And I think that's it as far as actual words. She answers my questions really well. She follows simple directions really well. So I know she's understanding way, way more than she can speak. She doesn't actually say the word no, but she shakes her head no. So that's how she'll answer me. She'll say yeah, or she'll shake her head no. As far as physical things, she loves spinning and dancing and running. She can walk backwards. She loves being outside. She loves being on the playground, so she can climb up the playground steps, go down the slide herself. She definitely wasn't walking in her 12-month update. She started walking, I think, right around 14 months. It might have been 13 months. I don't remember exactly, but it was more on the later side. But when she started walking, she was completely steady, and she's been steady ever since. We don't have a lot of, well, at least not yet, knock on wood. She has not had a lot of falls at all. She's just very, very careful with things. She was the same way with crawling, is she did not really flop all over the place. She was very, very careful. When she started crawling, she crawled. When she started walking, she walked. There was none of this like stumble and fall all over the place stage. She just took her time until she was ready. So going along with that, she's had a couple of bruises here and there where she's bumped her head on things. She ended up having a bruise on her head. We have thankfully not had any kind of blood situation. She is really careful with things. The worst, most traumatic event we've had is she fell off the edge of the couch. She just fell right off the side because she tries to sit on the arm of the couch, and she just slipped off backwards, landed right on her back, so it just scared her to death. She landed on carpet. She didn't hurt herself seriously or anything, but she did get a little knot on her head. She was very, very upset and scared. I don't know if you guys can hear her, but she's squeaking. She is still not asleep. So this is one of those days I was telling you guys about where she just takes forever to go to sleep. I'm just like, go to sleep already. I know you're tired. Just do it. We did let her watch TV for the first time. She's seen TVs in like the doctor's office, and some restaurants have TVs, but it's been really, really slim. We've not turned on the TV with her around at all. This was our first TV experience with her. She watched Elmo's World, the penguin episode. It's actually available on YouTube. It's just the full episode. It's like 20 minutes, and she's watched it twice now. And it was when we first moved here. The first week she got really sick with a high fever, and so she just wanted to snuggle and lay down. So we watched the penguins episode since she loves penguins so much. And since then we haven't watched much TV, but football just started this last week, so we've had the TV on playing football, and she's looked at it every once in a while. She just shows no interest whatsoever in the TV, really. And when we were even watching the Penguins one, she just wasn't interested in really watching very much. She did watch that one more because it was penguins, and it showed like video footage of actual real-life penguins, and she liked that part of it, but the cartoony part she wasn't really interested in. In the football she's not interested in, except for the letters. Like, she'll see the scoreboard, she'll see the letters and numbers. She'll make the sounds out for the letters that she knows, and so she'll like be pointing to the TV and I'll say the letters that come across the screen. She does like trying to poke at my phone. We look at pictures on my phone every once in a while, and she's got a little laptop that has a tiny screen on it, but it's not like a TV screen. It's more like, you know, just black and white dotted type of screen. I don't know what that's called, but it shows little pictures that are kind of pixelated, and that's all the screen time she gets. We've definitely just limited that, and I think around 2 we'll probably get her own Kindle, one of those kid ones that are unbreakable or really hard to break, so we can do some like preschool activities. I think she would benefit from some of those kind of learning apps with the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s, because she just loves that type of stuff. She loves books. I think it would help as far as learning, because she does seem really interested in learning. But other than that, like, she's not gonna sit in front of a TV all day. I was never allowed to sit in front of a TV all day. She's just so busy with every other thing that I don't think she really cares about the screen time yet, so I'm not pushing it at this point. Definitely don't want to start her, because once they're hooked, they're hooked. So let's talk about things that she really loves. She loves her Lego Duplos still. That's pretty much her favorite toy always. We play with the Duplos multiple times a day, and she'll sit and build things. She loves her stuffed animals. She'll give them kisses and hugs, and she'll like arrange them in little rows. She'll put them on the couch, so like we'll walk into the room and there'll be stuffed animals like filling the couch. She just loves putting them everywhere. She slam dunks the animals into her basketball hoop. She carries the animals around in her little shopping cart like it's a little baby carriage. She loves books. She just wants to read books constantly, so she'll play for a little while, bring me a book, and we'll sit there and read. Feels like forever. And we'll not only just read the story, we'll point to the letters, we'll point to all the pictures. She loves being outside. She loves playing in water. She loves the playground. She loves taking walks. She loves sidewalk chalk. As far as like arts and craftsy stuff, she loves stickers, absolutely loves stickers. She also loves to color, so we have some crayons that we color with, and also some Color Wonder markers, so she can't stain things up. She loves Play-Doh. We play Play-Doh a lot. And she's a total daddy's girl. She loves wrestling with daddy. She loves when daddy carries her on his shoulders. She loves like playing with him anytime that he's home. So as soon as he comes home, she attacks him, wants him to play with her. And she could just play with him forever. It's like, I don't even exist at that point. She's just a total daddy's girl. And speaking of that, like when I go wake her up in the morning, it's always been me waking her up because usually I nurse her. Well, lately she's been asking for Dada. So as soon as I get her up, we run in and see Dada because Dada is everything right now. She loves her little play kitchen. She loves stirring stuff and pretending to give us food. And it's the cutest thing. She'll stir it with the little spatula or whatever and hand it to us and go, So we're supposed to say yummy. So every time she hands it to us, we say yummy, thank you. She'll taste it and go, So it's just so cute. She's, you know, knowing that it's pretend food. She's obviously not feeding us real food, but she still gets the idea, and she just loves the the pretend food. She's always been really good at independent play. She just gets caught up with something and will play, and then I can just read on my phone or play on my phone or whatever. We'll do that multiple times a day. She's been great at that. But when we first moved here, she was like stuck to my leg. For the first probably like 3 weeks, she was just like attached to me 24/7. And I know it was a new environment, so that part was hard, but she's starting to get back into that independent play where she'll just play in a room by herself. She'll go into the playroom if I'm in the kitchen or something, and she'll stay in there for 30, 45 minutes sometimes and just play by herself. And then when she's ready for me to play with her, she'll grab a book and bring it to me. So during the day, we'll go through these just times where she'll play by herself, and it just kind of naturally flows like that, where she'll just get caught up with whatever she's doing and I can take a break and I can clean. She does let me get my cleaning done during the day, which has been really nice. Like I said, she helps me fold the clothes too, so I always can get the clothes done really, really easily. She does make a big mess. She pulls out like every toy, and we're not to the stage where she'll clean up after herself. Like if she's done with the Legos, she won't put the Legos up. They'll just stay out in the playroom. Same with any kind of toys. That's how it is. There's only certain toys that I always put up. And those are the crafty toys, the Play-Doh, the coloring things, the stickers, because I don't want them everywhere. I don't want her making a mess with those. Those she has to ask me to play with, and she knows where they are, so she can kind of signal to me that she wants to play those. When we're eating, she will hold out her hand and point to Daddy's glass, and she'll hold out her hand and point to her glass and point to Mommy's glass. And then just lately she started pointing to Daddy's glass and saying, Dada. In my glass, Mama. She'll be like, Dada, Mama, Dada, Mama. So she knows they're ours. I think it's really cute. She started whispering. That's another cute thing she'll do. So she'll come up to me and whisper and smile really big because she wants me to whisper and then say something loud. So we'll do that back and forth. Whisper, say something loud, whisper, say something loud. And she'll do it with me. And she just laughs and laughs when we whisper. That is all I have for an 18-month update. I know it was super duper long, but I had so much to talk about. I will do another one of these at her 2-year birthday. Oh, and I don't have any of her stats. She has to go to her 18-month appointment, but we haven't had it yet. She's still a big girl, though. I can tell she's taller than the kids that are her age, so I know she's still on the really tall side. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up if you like baby updates, I guess toddler updates, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.